Hi guys, I'm back with another blind date with a book. My last blind date with a book was a sci-fi book. I asked if you guys wanted to see me do any other genres, and somebody recommended that I try a genre that I don't read that often, which, don't hate me, but I do not read fantasy. Don't get me wrong, I like fantasy, it's just not my favorite genre. I've gone to Ren fairs. I was a huge King Arthur nerd growing up. I read excerpts of Le Morte d'Arthur when I was 12. I had a really interesting hyperfixation, but I don't really read a lot of fantasy. I don't know why. I love sci-fi, but I don't read a lot of sci-fi either. I watch a lot of sci-fi. So I thought, okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to try a genre that I don't read that much. Most of my friends and family say fantasy is their favorite genre, and I always say it's one of my least, and they always get so mad at me for it, so this is for them. This is for my fantasy lovers of the world. Let's open this. This is for you all. I think the main reason I don't like fantasy that much is most of it is very romance, and I've mentioned in the past I'm not a huge romance person. I do love slow burns, and I do love when romance is in a book as long as it's not the main plot. Unless it's Jane Austen, okay? I make an exception for Jane Austen. I just finished rereading Northanger Abbey. Oh, I got more extras this time. I didn't know I was gonna get extras twice in a row. I thought it was just because it was my first time. So let me show you the extras. I will say, when I ordered this book, I made a note to the seller saying I don't like steamy or smut because I've heard that a lot of fantasy books have that in it. So I let them know that I've never really read a lot of fantasy because of that, but I'd love to give the genre a try. So we'll see what she gives me. Last time I got a bunch of green things. We got orange. I got a sleeping mask. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. And more organic gummy bears? Thank you, thank you, thank you. More lip balm. I love lip balm so much. I used to not, but my lips got so chapped, so now I need it all the time. Cherry. And I got more hand cream. Nice. It is shea butter, so that's cool. I have watermelon and now shea butter. I like the color coordination. We got like some warm tones going on here. All right, so this is the blind date with a book. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Look how cute it is. I got another self-care card. We got a cute little bookmark. We got some tea. Tangerine Honey Daydream. White tea? I don't think I've had white tea other than at a tea room. This is cool. I've never tried this before. I didn't even know this flavor existed. Tangerine Honey Daydream. This is giving July. I did ask for a July blind date because you can do month specific, so this is very much giving July. I'm gonna take a few pictures for the thumbnail and because it's aesthetic, and then we'll open it. So the audio got messed up and I'm doing a voiceover. This is from the Etsy shop Books by the Dozen, an awesome store. This is the bookmark, and the quote is, "And the warrior's way was not to run from failure, but to own up to it and do better." And we got a nice mint bookmark. It matches my room, yay! And this is the tea bag. I forgot to zoom in on it, but it is the Tangerine Dream. And now time for the self-care card, which says, "I give and receive love with an open heart." And last but not least, it's time to open the package, time to unwrap the book. Let's see what's hidden underneath. Oh, purple. We see purple, and oh, it's a thick book. I'm looking at the pages. I am intimidated because it is probably the longest book I've read this year. It is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. It's a fantasy book. It's a space book. If you didn't know, those are my least favorite genres, but I wanted to challenge myself, so let's do this. I have only been reading this for one day. Like, I only read it yesterday. It's the next day, and this is how far I got. I had to force myself to go to sleep because I lost track of time and it was almost 1 a.m. and I had to get up at 6 a.m. and I was reading still. It's so good. This is probably one of my favorite books I've read this summer, and I'm so far at least, and I'm so surprised because this is like my least favorite genre, so this is changing my mind. Hey guys, so I just took a break from reading. I went to the farmer's market, but I'm gonna go back to reading now. Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. I'm already past page 200 and it's day 2 and I'm going to read more. I could have read all night, but I had to get up early. I couldn't wreck up my sleep schedule. I get up at like 6 to go to the gym. Got some kombucha here. It is watermelon cucumber mixed with passion fruit guava. And now I'm gonna go back to reading. It is 85 degrees outside. Let's get back to reading. It's so good. I kind of think it's gonna be an enemies to lovers kind of moment. Guys, I'm not a huge romance person, but I'm kind of rooting for it because it's so subtle. It might not even be there. It's that subtle. That's the kind of romance I like the very subtle ones. And it's not a very strong enemies to lovers. I don't even know if it will be, but I have a feeling it's going to be. Guys, I'm on chapter 25, page 230. And oh my gosh, looking like it might be enemies to lovers. I love slow burn so much. It's so subtle, it's almost not even there. Guys, I'm literally on page 250. This book is like 505 pages, I think. I'm already halfway through and it's day 2. Every chapter ends with like a cliffhanger and I am so invested. It's so good. Oh my gosh, this is such a good book. This is the same author of another series I was considering reading, and now I have to read that series because this series I didn't think I'd like, and I love this book so much. It's almost midnight, day 2 of reading, and I'm stopping at page 304. That's actually insane. I don't think I've ever read this much. 2 days of reading, and I'm more than halfway. And I was intimidated by this book. I thought it was way too long, and now I can't get enough of it. Ignore the mascara. I rubbed my eyes and messed up my makeup. It's late. I just got back from a 2-hour drive, and I was reading the whole time in the passenger seat. I'm gonna have finished a 500-page book in 4 days. That's never happened before, guys. My entire life. I've been alive for 20 years. This book is so good. I need to finish it. I'm gonna cry. My favorite trope just happened and I wasn't expecting it. The father figure trope. You better not die if I lose another father figure character. I'm actually crying. I can't do this today. I wasn't expecting. He's gonna save his kid. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And in the same chapter, another one of my new favorite tropes. This is one of the newer tropes that I like. Enter. Tell me how, in one chapter, 2 of my favorite tropes. Now we have father figure and sentient AI friend. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Okay, so I just finished it and I just have the epilogue left. Well guys, I just finished my blind date with the book. It defied all odds. I have been saying for years I'm not a fantasy girl. I used to like fantasy growing up, grew out of it. I don't like romance, I don't like fantasy, I don't like space books, I don't like enemies to lovers, unless it's Pride and Prejudice. Yet, this book had all of that, and it was amazing. It was so good. Found family, father figure, sentient AI, slow burn enemies to lovers, or slow burn enemies to more than friends? I don't know, but I love it so much. I love the subtlety, I love the build, and also the found family. I have been looking for a found family book for so long.